I am very motivated and determined. As you can tell, views keep going up, which is awesome. Hoping on the first paycheck within 8 weeks. That's the hopes here. That's the works. Caitlin and I are making Charleston our home. We're Catholic, so that's a thing. I'm an angry guy at this point. I'm I'm coming to terms with how the world is, starting to get it, and learning to just be okay with it and roll with the punches. Also finding it super hilarious, where I keep meeting people who think they look at my size and whatnot at this point because I'm like a big guy. I'm not small anymore. Like, I was tiny till I was a full grown adult, and people don't register that half of who I am. It's actually become very irritating. I was always a small guy, and now I'm a big guy, and I'm learning how to operate like big guys operate because I have people competing with me that, like, I don't compete. Like, I'm a non-compete. I was always a non-compete kind of guy. I don't really have a choice anymore. I have to get and stabilize a roof over our head and continue to work things through. And there's only so much help that I can ask for. I'm not going to be asking for help anymore. And we're also doing our best to make sure we don't have to ask anybody else for help. It's also important to ask for help, right? I don't want to flip to the other side of narcissism. I have to stay in a good, healthy place in the middle. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Kate, Grace Lear, and girls outside. So that's that. I won't make this a complaint fest, but definitely tell you that I'm an unhappy guy. Deep down, I'm like super happy though, as you can tell. I have learned to love the grind, and I have learned to just love the turmoil and learn how to roll with it and vibe with it. And it's fun. You don't have to like it. That's fine. If anybody out there is anti-masculine, it's very different than being feminine. I'm pro-female at this point. I keep meeting, lack of a better term, douchebag guys. Really hard to meet decent men in this world, and I'm talking about even just for friendship or mentorship or anything. It's like everybody's competing, and when I say everybody, I mean guys. I have to say that because real men aren't pussies and they don't have to compete on this high of a level, or even on this low. The real men understand that we don't have to compete. And we like who we are. Kate and I, we like who we are, and we like each other as a couple. We like who we are together. And we would love for other people to feel the kind of happiness that we feel. It's very disappointing to see how miserable other people are and how they keep either just trying to run after the money or throw money at each other, and then like they're gonna fix a person, and that's what I keep seeing is people throwing money at each other or asking for it and expecting it to solve something. And I can tell you that for all that I've been through, money hasn't solved it, one way or the other. It's not a matter of money not being a part of the equation. It definitely is. Money is very important. Um, on top of that, though, there are currencies far higher than money. And, in these past couple of days, I've been dealing with people who um, they are absolutely miserable and they have all this money, but they're miserable. And in my opinion, they're the beggars because, they have all this they have all this money, but they are emotional beggars, and they're looking for someone to make them feel better and they literally cannot figure out why they don't feel good. And it's so obvious because they're not providing for themselves emotionally. So now, me as a guy, I know that that's a pretty rare thing. Whether it's sexist or not, it's pretty rare for a guy to understand feelings on that level. But I've been blessed enough to have a lot of